what the situation is with Luke McPharlin? Why emergency?
Yeah, we just give him every chance to get up. Obviously, we've got to see how he pulls up today after training yesterday. So he either plays or he doesn't, and it doesn't matter whether he's an emergency or in the side as far as we're concerned.
At this point in time, do you expect him to play?
Yeah, we do. We brought him over here with the view that he's going to play. So, but in saying that, we give him right up to the last minute to see how he pulls up after a solid session yesterday.
So is Alex Silvani coming out if he goes in?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily at all. No, we've still got to go through a few things this afternoon back at the hotel. So doesn't mean that he'll come out if Luke's ready to go. No.
Your back line's been probably the most challenging part to put back together. I would have thought with McPharlin maybe coming in, Ibbotson not playing, Pearce not playing. You've had to restructure that in the past couple of weeks. How do you see that affecting the game?
We don't really see it affecting the game too much. I mean, we've had these guys out for the last 4 or 5 weeks now. So, and the guys that have come in the side, Sutcliffe's and Sheridan's even that gone down there and played, Mazungu at times, have played their role and filled it really well. So we're really confident whoever plays in the back six is going to do their job for us.
Why will you win this game?
Well, I think we come down here with a lot of confidence. We've played finals against Geelong before and we've got up, obviously, last year. So we're down here to win, simple as that. And we think we've got the side and the game plan that is going to get us over the line.
Will you have a run on Simmons this afternoon?
No, we don't train when we're at State. We train on the Thursday, fly out that afternoon, and we've done that all year. So I think a lot of our players have played at Simmons earlier in the year, so we won't go and train there, no.
Where do you think you went wrong at Simmons last time you were here?
Oh, look, we've looked really closely at the game in round 14. There's a few areas that we've tinkered with since. We think we've come up with the answer. I'm not going to stand here and tell you guys what we think it is.
Well, in terms of the dimensions of the ground, they're not too dissimilar to Subiaco, so is that something you think maybe will work in your favour?
Yeah, I think a lot of people do talk about the dimensions, but at the end of the day, it's a footy over and we're going to come and play our style of footy on that. We're not worried about the size of the ground or where the ground is, so we're confident that our game style will stand up on Cinnamons tomorrow.
How quickly did it take for the club to move on from the decision to come down here?
Oh, really quickly. I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, the club were, fighting for other venues, but the AFL decided we're playing here, so we come down here and play here tomorrow, and hopefully we get the win.
It's going to be pretty hostile though as well with the crowd. I think Ballantyne and Crowley copped a bit the last time they were here. Are they expecting that again? Do they relish that?
I think they relish it. I think they're expecting it, and our players have got to be realistic and it's a Geelong crowd tomorrow, so it's going to be loud, it's going to be noisy, and it's just the way that our players channel that noise. So if they think it's negative, it's going to work against them, but we think we've spoken about that during the week as well.
Will Crowley go to Selwood?
He'll go to one of the midfielders, yeah.
Michael Walters has the knee still braced up a bit. Where's he at the moment? Is he guaranteed to play?
Yeah, he'll play. He trained strongly yesterday, so he moved really well. So I think it's just a bit of a show for you guys today.
When do you need to know McPharlin? What sort of, is it tomorrow morning at breakfast? Do you wait till lunchtime? Do you wait till 90 minutes before the game? Yeah,
I think the team sheets go in 90 minutes before, so we'll give him right up until then.
Do you like having the underdog tag? Because you're pretty heavy underdogs.
Yeah, we're underdogs. We don't care whether underdogs or favourite. I mean, we still got to play Geelong and beat them at their own game on their own dunghill. So it doesn't matter to us whether they call us underdogs or not.
Is it attacking? Is it? Last time you were down here, you were pinned, only scored maybe 7 goals. Do you feel you need to attack more when you come down here?
Yeah, it's something we've looked at during the week, no doubt, especially in that second half. We did get trapped inside their forward 50 a fair bit, so we've looked at different ways that we're going to move the ball and look to move the ball tomorrow, and we think we've come up with some clear answers.
It'd be close to half your side different though, wouldn't it, compared to that game?
I don't know about half. There'd be probably 6 or 7 maybe. I know from memory Lee Spur got sick on the morning of the game, so Viv Mitchie played and those sorts of things. So there will be quite a few difference, yeah.
Much has been made of your run into the finals compared to Geelong's in terms of hardness versus softness. Is there anything to be taken out of that, or is it just media speculation and beat up?
I think it's media speculation. Purely, we did play some sides down to the bottom end of the ladder, there's no doubt about that, but we've always said it's not about who we play, it's the way we play, and we felt that playing against Port Adelaide, who were a really quality side 2 weeks ago, really held us in good stead. Even GWS and Melbourne in those games, we thought that the game we brought and the way we play was really what we're after leading into the finals. So not about who you play, but the way we went about it.
How hard did you review last week? Is there anything you take, or do you just wipe last week off as well? The side's completely different to a point, and it is what it is.
It was a fairly quick review, put it that way.
You've got a lot of kids who will make their first finals match. How are you dealing with them this week?
Yeah, I think what they've shown throughout the year, the kids, whether it's the finals game, whether they've come in for their first game, they've been able to come in and perform. So we're really confident that they'll play their role tomorrow for us, and it's been the case throughout the year. But obviously playing finals, there is that little bit more expectation and hype around the game, and I'm sure they'll be up for the fight.
They've been in the team for a few weeks, and you've picked them ahead of guys who have got bigger names but haven't been able to get on the park. Is it any case of going with guys who have proven form, proven fitness?
Yeah, that's right. And as I said, they've come in, they've played their role. So we can't tell guys that are out of the side when they come in and perform their role. So they've played really well, so they deserve their spot.
Does Tom Hawkins and his, I guess, lack of fitness at the moment, did that come into your thinking with McPharlin at all?
Not at all. We think, if you look at Hawkins last month, it's been down, yeah, but we know he's a quality player, and we've got to play a quality player on him. So we don't want him to get back to his best form, obviously, tomorrow, but he's still a fantastic player for Geelong, and we've got to be wary of him.
Weather-wise, what do you want?
Oh, whatever it dishes up. We don't care if it's sunny or whether it's raining. So, we've got to play in all conditions, and we think we play well in the wet if it's wet, so whatever it is.
Why did you bring 26?
Finals game, you just never know. Last time we were down here, we obviously Lee Spur got sick the morning of the game, so you just never know. And just with finals, I think sides tend to travel an extra one or two, and that's purely the reason. There's nothing to look into it at all.
You feel like you got a bit of psychologically, you beat Geelong in the final last year, you've beaten them a lot in recent years, and other teams haven't. Does that give you a bit of extra confidence going into any game against them?
I think it gives you a little bit of confidence that we've played them in a final and we've beaten them in a final, but in saying that, they'll be red hot tomorrow night or tomorrow, wanting to get one back on us. So we're going to have to be on our game early, and the pressure's going to be full on from our point of view. So we'll see how they handle that.
You've only ever won once down here. I think you've got to go back to 05 for that. About half a dozen of your boys have experienced victory here. Does that play into it at all?
No, it doesn't. I think, if you look back at records in 2005, our team's completely different. The coaching staff's completely different. Our game plan's completely different. So we can't look back and say, well, the last time we won is 2005, because a lot of circumstances are different. So
having opportunities for it, if you win this one, you get a week off, home prelim. Is that something how important is that for you guys to get through to that?
Yeah, well, it's really important because it does give you that week off. Obviously, this time of the year we've got players with little niggles here and there, so a week off would be fantastic. But if not, we play next week. I think it might be Friday night. So, but ideally, yeah, the week off would be fantastic for us, and to have a home prelim final would be fantastic for our supporters.
Obviously, while you were flying over, some big news broke over in the West with John Horsford stepping aside. Your man, Peter Sumich, do you think that he'd be a good man for the job? I
think he'd be a great senior coach, but I haven't spoken to him about it, and I don't know where he wants to go. I know he has had ambitions before, but clearly he's focused on Fremantle and what we're about to embark on, a final series.
Is a couple of years under Ross Lyon, though, the perfect apprenticeship?
Yeah, it is. Everyone learns under Ross, and it's up to him to make that decision.